Hi, everybody, and welcome to our finale recap of The Bachelorette and our recap of The Men Tell All. Last week, finally done. It's been a long 10 weeks. It's been a long 10 weeks, people. A long 10 weeks. But before we get into that, make sure you check out the website, yourrealityrecaps.com/bb16 for all of our amazing Big Brother coverage. And if you don't have the feeds, buy them through us. You can get any banner on the website there. They're all over the place. But if you can't get the feeds through us, but you want to know what's going on, check out yourrealityrecaps.com/bb16 spoilers, and you can get like forum updates and flashback times and cheat sheets and alliance maps, and we got everything there for you so you know what the hell is going on in that house before it happens, because the edits aren't telling you what's going on in there either. So check it all out. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That also helps us out. And you can find me on Twitter at dgoodyear1975. And who do I have with me?
Hello, everybody. It's Tyler Hayes, and we're finally at the end of the tunnel, and we have somewhat a large amount to discuss. And you can follow me on Twitter at Tyler_Hayes.
I think we're sprinting towards the end of that tunnel.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Okay.
Full steam ahead.
Oh, thank God. We're still in the Dominican. And we get to meet Andi's family. Now, I was looking forward to this because Andi's father, is like a firecracker. And I was like,
yeah.
He's going to
put... This could be exciting.
He was pissed at Juan Pablo. Like, he, made Juan Pablo sweat when Juan Pablo went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
He's going to put these guys through their paces, but
we didn't get any of that.
Again, disappointed. Hai was, welcoming and nice, and I don't know. I don't know if it was because these guys aren't dating four people, because that was, his big thing when they went to hometowns last year.
Yeah.
You're dating three other girls besides my daughter. And
I wanted so much more out of it, and he was...
I know. I was like, you're gonna chew Nick up. You're gonna spit him out.
I thought this is gonna be the drama that we need for the finale, and we didn't know.
Exactly. I thought for sure that he would see through Nick's sugary coating and get to the demon inside, but
no,
didn't happen. Did not happen. But he was nervous, eh? Oh my God.
Yeah, so nervous.
I don't even think he was that nervous to meet her. He was nervous.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you be? You've been dating this person for 10 weeks, but you don't know a single thing about her, practically. No. And then now you're going to meet her family?
I don't.
I would die.
So nervous.
I'd literally be in the floor, in the fetal position, crying.
This is like a job interview. This is
yeah.
Most times when you date someone and you meet their parents, it's not okay, this is make or break. This is make or break. If they say no, then you're done. At least if you're dating someone regularly, you got a couple of times. You can do a do-over. You can.
Yeah, or you usually are very know as much as possible about the other person that you're dating, and they give you a debriefing of what to expect from the family and all that kind of stuff. No, you didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
You just gotta go in blinded.
They went really quick into this too. Did you normally most seasons it's they sit at the beach and they have kind of their own little quiet time before they go in and stuff like that. This was hey, let's go. And there he was. There was no prepping of Nick. There was
there was none of that.
Nothing. I was wow, this guy's getting fed to the wolves. And I don't know about you, but I have noticed a pattern in these shows where normally the person who gets the first meeting of the parents is not normally the person they choose.
Really?
Yeah.
I've not noticed that.
I've noticed that. I'm going
to look back at that.
So we'll see. But he thanks them for doing such a good job raising their daughter. I'm this is so corny.
Yeah.
It was just nothing. I was there were no hard questions. There was just I think the only hard question was her mother saying, like, she's worked hard to get where she is, and like, she has a career, like, kind of like, what do you think of that kind of thing? I think that was like the only hard question that was asked of him, like,
Yeah,
are you
there
gonna
was no
support her, like, but he was also like, where we live and stuff like that, like, we'll figure all that out. Well, shouldn't you have that?
idea of that already. Yeah, they need to have that because he lives on the opposite side of the country. He
Yeah,
lives all the way up north, and she lives all the way down south. Like,
yeah. Well, because he like does he lives in Chicago, right?
yeah, I believe so.
He lives in Chicago, but his parents live in Wisconsin.
Yeah. So I mean, they're at least, if I'm not perfect on my geography, but they're at least probably like 16, 17 hours away from each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, like that's something you got to figure out.
Yeah, and like you do it before. I would think you would do it before fantasy suites because I think that's kind of like a make or break in a relationship.
That's something that I think you should figure out by like week 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that's like a one-on-one, second one-on-one date kind of conversation for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know these guys. I don't know. So he asks hi. His name is Hi for his blessing. I can't like
HY.
yeah good old HY for his blessing, and he just gives it to him. Like this is so boring. Like
I know, like we
ugh.
needed more. Why don't they let us just control the show? Like they clearly aren't watching these
I know,
recaps because
why
we just
can't
need
we
to
like
take
send
control.
questions that we want to know the answers to?
That would be genius. Like that would be so
It
good.
also have to be done in real time, so it's kind of hard because this was like already in the can months ago. So
Well, I think they need to do a Bachelor in real time. That way,
yeah,
like that would be so amazing.
like it would be amazing. It would be amazing. But yeah, no. So it gives him his blessing. Yeah, High's mellow. I don't like mellow High. I like
No,
Juan.
I prefer Juan Pablo version of High.
Yeah, like and I like the Juan Pablo version of Andy too.
Yeah,
Like what
this is
happened?
such
Did
a
they give these guys a bunch of Xanax before they sent them on this show? Like just
this is typical sequel scenario. The first was so good, and now we get the crappy sequel, and it's just so disappointing.
oh,
Like we loved them during the Juan Pablo season, and then now we actually get them full force, and it's awful.
yeah. No. I'm over Nick. I'm over the whole thing. Like whatever. I just wanted like Nick to be a puddle of garbage on the floor, but I just want drama. Like I'm not getting drama in anything this season. Like ugh, it's driving me.
But I think no. Well, here's my thing. I'm okay with no drama. Like at the beginning, like when the show very first started many many years ago, like there was no drama, but it was good TV. This is different. There's no drama and it's boring.
Like I just
Like at least at the beginning when there was no drama, it was at least entertaining.
see. I didn't watch. I didn't get into. When did I get into Bachelor? I caught the last bit of Jason's season. That was the first one I've
Oh,
watched.
you need to go like way way back. It's so much better.
And I only watched that little bit of Jason's season was because I had heard that there was a Canadian girl on it. So I was like, oh, I got to check out the Canadian girl.
Yeah.
So I really only watched Jason's season for Jillian.
Yeah.
And then it hooked me, and then ever since it's been a downhill spiral of my life. But
Yeah, when the show first started, yeah, it's so much better.
yeah, because then she was the next Bachelorette, and I was like, oh my God, there's a Canadian Bachelorette. I have to watch.
Have to be watched, yeah.
Have to be watched. Like I can't just let her hang. And ever since then, and then it was just
That's when your addiction started.
my poor life. It's over. Yeah, so now we go to Josh, and
The
she,
sister was not a
yeah,
fan of Josh.
no, well, because she told him like he's an athlete. Like she didn't really paint a good picture. Like she kind of made them skeptics going in, which I guess we kind of need because we need something to watch. But you know,
Yeah.
said, he's an athlete. He's totally my type. Basically said he's the guy that's hurt me every other time before, and made them high alert. So of course, her sister's gonna be tough. She needs to be tough. Someone needs to
Right,
be tough.
has to be. Someone has to be something.
Andy's not being tough. High's just
No.
rolled up in the corner somewhere, not even caring. Like,
Yeah, he just met some guy, didn't ask a single question, then just gave him his blessing to propose to his daughter. Like,
wants her gone. Like, take her. God, somebody.
yeah, like,
Done with her.
just, it's like all of us. He's just done with her.
Yeah, like, I'm done with her. Get her, marry her off, have her some babies, like, let's get her out of here. But, yeah, so he was trying to be relaxed, but he was nervous. Like, I mean, God, I couldn't even imagine. Like, I don't think I ever relaxed around my husband's family, ever. Like,
Ever?
still now, I've been married for 15 years.
And you still are uneasy?
And, like, I mean, his parents are gone, but, like, I am, like, nervous wreck around his sister. I'm fine with everybody else. Like, I'm fine with his brother-in-law. I'm fine with my nieces, but his sister, like,
Makes you nervous?
she does, because she's older too, right? She's like there's 10 years between them.
Yeah.
There's 5 years between me and my husband, so there's like a 15-year age gap too. So she's like way older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm always like, and I don't,
On edge.
we don't see them a lot, so
Yeah.
I guess I don't have a real big chance to get comfortable with her. But she makes me nervous. After, I mean, I've been with my husband since I was 17 years old. And I'm almost 40, and she still makes me nervous.
She still scares you.
She still scares the shit out of me. You're watching this.
That's too funny.
Scares the crap out of me. So I totally get the nerves, and, like, I mean, yeah.
I think nerves need to be there. I would be nervous.
I know.
Like, that's a big thing to walk into.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but they don't talk, so there's no conversation going on. I trying to look at my notes, figuring out what to talk about, what they talked about, but they didn't really.
There was no really big conversation made.
Yeah, I know, like the typical, like, are you ready to settle down? Of course, is anyone in their right mind going to say no? I'm not ready yet. Like.
Yeah, no one's going to say that.
Exactly. So of course you get the answer that you want. Of course he's going to say, she's beautiful, we have great conversation, I love her, blah, blah. Like, same shit. Like, no one's going to tell you anything you don't want to hear.
Right.
And, and, like, I guess he told her sister that, the next time he says I love you, he wants it to be the person he marries. So I guess that kind of won her over.
Which I feel like is such, like, cliche thing to say. Like,
it's a lot of fromage, there's a lot of fromage going on if you're a big cheese lover. Good fondue pot, just dip your stick in and pull it out. Like,
exactly. Like, I was like, gag, please.
I know. And then it's like, then he asks Hi for his blessing, and he just gave his blessing to Nick.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you got my blessing, you gotta worry about her. Like, so he really doesn't give a shit who he ends up with. She ends up with, just someone take her. Like,
someone get her off my hands.
I got a bag of gold coins for the first guy who can grab it. Like, gold coins and cattle out back. Like, come on.
Exactly. Someone give me something and take her off my hands.
Take her. Here, take her. I'll pay you. I'll pay you to take her.
I'll pay you to take her.
I just.
It's awful.
And, like, normally, like, you see, like, a conversation between, like, Andi and her parents, like, after they've met the guys, and they kind of say, okay, this is who I like, this is who I don't like. None of that.
None of that happened, no.
Nothing this season, nothing.
It's like she built up a fortress in her contract. I'm not letting any personal information come out. You're not going to see anything. And I'm just like, please, let's break that wall down and get on the other side. Let us know you for a little bit. Jeez.
It's brutal. Season's been brutal. Season's been brutal. So she's still scared of heartbreak. Blah blah blah. Of course you're scared of heartbreak. I don't know.
Who isn't?
Well, you think you got these two guys telling you love them. You kind of know that whoever you choose, they're gonna say yeah. Like,
Yes, yeah.
you gotta worry about who you're breaking a heart. Like, don't worry
Right, you're the heartbreaker in this
about these two
scenario.
guys crying over you and like saying that they love you. So it's not like you gotta wonder. You know how they feel. They have no idea how you feel.
Exactly. Like, like let's just get this real. You've been for the past 10 weeks sending home 25 guys that have been saying that they love you, and you're worried about getting heartbroken. Like, let's just be real here.
Yeah, exactly. The last what, 4 weeks, I guess, like really since Marcus.
Yeah, I guess it's,
You
yeah.
know, she's known how people feel about her before she sends them home. Like,
Right, right. And it's just like, no, please, you're not the one being heartbroken, sweetheart.
you're
Sit
not
down.
shut the waterworks off. Nobody cares. Like,
Exactly.
when you tell people that you're so sad that you've sent poor Chris home, nobody cares.
No one believes you.
Because you went back to these two. Like,
Yeah.
put your tears away. Put your tears away. That's all I gotta say.
Bring them out on another day.
But I have to say, like,
One that we don't have to watch.
yeah, I know. I have to say the funniest tweet of the night, I think, was Canadian Bachelor, the first Canadian Bachelor, Brad Smith. He's like, I feel like when I'm with Nick, you're here, who's guarding hell. Like, if you guys don't follow, he's at Brad C. Smith. Like, he is hilarious. Him and Sean are probably
Donna and Catherine's tweets always make the show.
like, I don't even need to make this show. Like, they're just hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
of course, Sean, any Bachelorette or Bachelor, like anybody associated with the show, if they tweet, of course they're gonna show them. Like, it's the
Right.
same thing with Big Brother. Like, every week, Enzo's tweets end up on the screen. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Like, they will just look for names, and if a Big Brother person is tweeting, it's gonna end up on the screen.
On the show. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what they said. They could say, "Oh, the sky is blue," and it will end up on the screen. Like, it's us that need to try to get our tweets up there. But yeah, so like they're just funny and like they're just ripping on them and it's hilarious. I love following Brad Smith, but he won't. He says he's not tweeting Bachelor in Paradise, and I'm like, you have to. Like, those tweets are being epic. I'll have to work on him. So now we go to dates. Finally, maybe we'll get some discussion. Maybe we'll get something. So Josh gets the first. Like, she went like back to back Josh. If that's not a little bit of a flag.
Flag, yeah.
So we go back to
Sign.
back. Yeah, we got back to back Josh, and she puts him on a boat because I guess that was their first date when they went sailing around.
They want to recreate it. Like, gag, please. Like, you didn't even say anything. You were all over each other on that boat first time.
No, it's like sit down. They're like a vacuum.
They really are. They're like, I don't even know what. They just automatically like need each other.
Like, have you actually watched her kiss? Like,
Well, I mean, I don't like dissect it, but
it sucks on the upper lip of the guy. Like, it's not even like. Like, I had nothing else to do, okay? I had nothing else to do. What was I going to tweet? Nothing is happening. I had nothing else to do.
Right.
What I had no notes to take.
So she's sucking on his upper lip.
Basically just sucking the upper lip off him. And then he kind of sucks the lower lip off of her. Like, it's bizarre kissing practice. I'm just saying.
Just throwing it out there.
I know. So yeah, I don't like. They don't talk. He talks about the conversation he had with her father. Like,
which there was nothing said really in that conversation. So
look, we're 20 minutes in, and we've already we're pretty much halfway done this episode. That's how little.
Well, that's how boring the episode was.
I know. But yeah, I don't know. They have a dinner at a hotel, and he's like, I know everything about you. Like,
please, where have you been? You don't know a single thing.
Like, are there conversations happening that they're just not like good conversations going on that they're just not airing and they're choosing to give us the garbage?
Clearly, because if he knows everything, or
Yeah,
he had one too many drinks before they went to dinner, one of the two.
I know, and it's not even like they went out to dinner. They didn't even go out to dinner. She just goes to his like his room. Like they're not even
Yeah, like
springing for dinner anymore. Like they're getting room
I know,
service.
like it's so terrible. This budget for this season.
You know,
We
I
need
think
to.
although I think the budget for the season went to her ring, to be honest with you. But we'll get to that. That rock was ginormous, is all I'm gonna say. Ginormous.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Pretty big, yeah.
Like she's standing at the pier bringing in the ships with that thing. But huge. But ahead of ourselves,
We'll get
yes.
there. We'll get there.
And she's like, "Oh, I don't have any questions for you either." Like,
How
what?
do you not have questions? Like you're about to get engaged to this guy and you have no questions. Like
Nope.
what's going through your mind? Like he drank too much before they got there and just like I know everything about you and then she did some type of drug. I have no questions for you. Like what is going on with these two? Like I can't even I can't.
Keep ranting, go.
No, I can't rant no more. My head will pop off. I'm just like I'm done.
I just sit back and watch the show.
Step in, please. Like,
And then I'll give him some props. I will give him a couple of points with the baseball card. That was probably the cutest thing I've ever seen.
yeah, that was a cute moment. He does do a few like cute things every now and then, in between sucking her bottom lip off.
Yeah, and you know he's serious. I mean, she has a point. You know, a guy just doesn't put his last name on a girl unless there's something there, right? Like,
Chris Humphries did.
no, but Chris liked her. Chris loved her.
I don't know about that.
Oh my God, in U.S. Weekly, it was US, no, In Touch, cover of In Touch, Kim and Kanye gone, dead.
I pray for that day to happen.
It's happening right now. Go to the newsstand.
Like, it's they're the worst. Kanye is the worst. But that's another show. You don't want to hear me rant about Kanye. Whew, my head really will pop off.
After the show. Yeah, so I'm digging the baseball card. It was kind of cute, like flaws where like can't dance, and it was cute. I'll give him.
It's cute.
I'll give him I'll give him points for that, but I don't know. That's it. Andy Murray, sound good?
Sounds okay.
Like I think her real name is Andrea. Do you think her real name is Andrea, or do you think they actually named her Andy?
I think it's probably Andrea. I have a cousin who's named Andrea, and she goes by Andy.
So I don't know. Andrea Murray, Andy Murray.
Andrea Murray. I like Andy Murray, but I don't really like the name in general.
And her middle name is what? Jeanette.
Yeah. Poor name choices.
Oh Jesus. I ain't telling you my kids' names then. I think you already know. Okay. So, yeah. So they're done. Nothing to say.
Yeah.
A lot of kissing and baseball.
Yeah.
That's it. So then we go Nick, and they go off-roading, which was
Which was a fun. I think would have been fun. Yeah.
And I like the lagoon they were in for the picnic.
Yeah, like he finally got like this is the first day that he's not like walking somewhere. Like this is kind of exciting.
I'm trying to say he's fat or something. Let's go walking.
Like every date he's been on has been let's go walk around this. Let's go walk here around this town.
Everybody's date though. Oh my God.
I know, but I mean like.
I think Eric's the only one that got like a really good date. And then he got sent packing like 2 weeks later.
That clearly must have been the issue. They went so over the top of that first one-on-one day, taking him to the beach, then flying him to learn how to ski. Like they used all of their budget on the first date. That was the issue this whole season.
Okay, we got this really amazing first date. We have to do something really good for the proposal, so we have to send them somewhere really nice.
So
and,
let's just do the like dollar version of The Bachelorette
Exactly, and
the
you know,
rest of the season.
I think it was Ashley who set the trend, who got like a 3.5 carat fucking diamond ring for her engagement ring. So now, you know, no other bachelorette's gonna do anything less than 3 carats. So we got to spring for a good ring. So walking it is. Walk around town. But
We
I
need
mean,
an activity tracker on all these guys.
I know,
Just
and the thing is, someone tweeted out that it was pretty sad that the Bachelorette it went to as many countries as the Amazing Race did last year.
that I did not realize that. That is funny.
Yeah. I'm I thought something was gonna start going down with Nick. Like I thought maybe they would fight because he was like in his little like confessional thing. He was like, if she doesn't tell me how she feels, we're not getting engaged. Like I thought he would bring that up and be like, you know, I need to know, and he kind of did. And I don't know. I don't know how these people are very easy to appease. Like you go in guns blazing. I need to know how you feel. I need to know how you feel. And then she's just like, it'll be all right. And he's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Like it'll be all right. He's okay.
It's okay.
He's okay. But then he's like, all right, and he calms down. I'm like, what just happened?
Like no, like I feel like at this point, if you feel like you don't know how she feels about you, that is a total red flag. Like you need to know.
Yeah, I know, and I mean, he's got. I would say the poor guy has got a point. Like, I mean, he's been pretty badly burned in the past. Like, you know, like if you break off an engagement, it's a huge deal. Like, that's something you don't.
And as much as people hate him, and as much as we dislike him, he really has put himself out there, and
I think he does.
He is there for the right reasons, I believe.
What did you just say?
To use your favorite phrase, I think he's there for the right things.
Can I boot you out of here?
Really, because I mean he's trying.
Yeah, and like God, that toast was so awkward. Like the poor guy, like when he's nervous, he rambles, and it's just so hard to listen to. Spit it out, Nick. What are you trying to say? Come on.
Let it flow out.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. But yeah, it'll be all right. You know, and then she's like, give me a day of your life in Chicago. So he does. And I'm like, you better not be waking me up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm with Andi right there. I'm like, you wake me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I don't gotta be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You best be running. I'm gonna come after you. I'm gonna come after you.
No early waking up for you.
I don't normally sleep really late, but if I'm gonna be up at 6, I ain't up at 6. Like,
right.
no, like if I am up at 6 and I don't have to be, I'm in bed. Like I'm just
right.
Here, like chilling out. Until I get food in my house. I ain't going anywhere unless I gotta be. What did you think of his sand necklace? Because nothing says romance like dirt in a bottle.
I thought it was cute and creative. You didn't like it?
Not even pretty though. He was like,
it's the thought that counts. You just praised Josh for a baseball card. You just praised Josh for a baseball card. Sit down.
No, I am sitting down. Thank you very much. But you know, if it had been like like something pretty, like maybe if he had like put like sand in a locket, or like, you know, like I don't know. I was not impressed with the vial of sand. I think the idea was cute.
The idea behind that's the way you're supposed to look at it. Is the idea, not the whole picture.
I mean,
not the whole picture.
What if she picks him and she has to walk around for the rest of her days with this vial of fucking sand around her neck?
Well, this is the Bachelorette, so she's not going to be walking around it for the rest of her life, so it's only a short matter of time.
Maybe Ashley and JP. You don't know. You don't know.
Okay, we don't know, but She doesn't have to. It could be a thing she just wears at home.
For a year. Like it wasn't even a pretty container. That's what I'm getting at. Like it wasn't even like it was like I went to the dollar store and I bought this little container and I went back to the beach.
Well, he hasn't been at work. He made that book last week before last.
And
So
that was
maybe he
nice. And
spent
that
all of his money on that. He's not been working. He's been buying all these coats and scarves to
yes, he's
stay
spending
warm.
his money on scarves. Let's get that out of there. Like
Yeah. So I mean, he's probably got
he
limited
wasn't
amount
on
left at this
a
time.
scarf.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
His bank account is drained.
Pile of dirt.
It was a cute idea.
Why don't you just give her his blood?
Well, because that's creepy.
Oh, Angelina and Billy Bob did it.
Well, yeah, I know. No, you just can't do that. That's creepy on so many levels.
Oh, nothing happened on this date either. So they went, yeah, nothing.
Nothing. It's boring.
Fine.
Boring day.
I'm gonna be Vicky from the Housewives.
Love that.
I love her. Love Vicky.
I saw her at Disneyland one time. Sidebar.
Really?
Yeah.
She's like my favorite OC housewife. My favorite, by far, my favorite.
Yep. I was walking by Dumbo, and she was walking by Dumbo at the same time.
And you didn't say
That's
nothing?
pretty cool. Yeah, well, yeah, I screamed her name, but she didn't hear me. We were at Disney World. It was really loud.
Hi!
It was cool.
Oh, no. Okay. So dates are over. Who do you think?
At this point going in, who do I think is going to win? I think Nick.
Really? You think Nick?
I think Nick.
I think the only reason why I think Josh is the back-to-back dates. Like
Looking at like.
She didn't want to be away from Josh for more than a day.
Yeah.
So that's
something to.
Yeah, because normally it goes, like, if it goes, like, Nick met the parents and Josh met the parents, and it normally goes, Nick gets the next date, and then Josh gets the next date.
Right.
So, like, that back-to-back thing was very telling for me, like, I don't know.
That he was going to get it.
Yeah, that he was going to get it, right? So then, like, the next day, you show Neil Lane showing up at Josh's room with his case of rings. Oh, my God. If I could get my hands on that case of rings. Oh my God.
They were pretty.
Neil Lane, love you. Please come to my house.
Make a stop in Canada.
Yes, please. Please, please, please. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Any one of those rings. I'm like, just give me.
Just give me one of them, any of them.
I'll trade this. For a heartbeat. Yeah, no, gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So Josh is picking out rings, and Nick is over in his little suite, hoping to God that Neil shows up at his door, and there's a knock. He's like, oh my God, it's Neil. No.
No.
No. And I think for like a split second, he thought something good was going to come from this. Like,
I just had so many issues with this portion of
I'm
the
so
episode.
sick of this. Like, who was it that did this first? I think it was. It was the one that sent Chris home. I think it was Allie.
Yeah.
Allie was the first
one. What?
Sent home somebody early, like instead of making them do the walk of shame up to the beach. I think she was the first one that sent someone home, and now that just seems to be
the thing to do. But Andi has already done it. Andi has already done it, and she needs to stop trying to change it up and go to the
stop having respect. Stop having fucking respect.
Exactly, because if you have respect, you take off your poker face.
Because literally, you can stop watching The Bachelorette the minute she knocks on that door.
Exactly, like and there's still a bunch of time after the episode left. Like There is a reason this
All
was the
right,
illustrated Bachelorette finale.
food. I'll be back for after the final rose. Like at this point, you can basically check out and say, "See you later, Josh has won," because there ain't no
Exactly.
way in hell nothing good is coming out of a knock on the door before we'll call this a rose ceremony. like,
Yeah.
like
Like
just no
it's
way.
there's just it's so obvious why this was the lowest rated finale in The Bachelorette. Like it's like they gave it away.
I can't. I'm like, why? And like she's like, there just something wasn't there. Like something didn't feel right. Like basically took his words and used them against him. Like,
Yeah. Like I'm like, what are you doing, sweetheart? Please.
and I have never been a Nick fan. Like you can watch every single episode of this recap, and I have never had anything good to say about.
We've not none of us have been Nick
But
fans.
my heart broke for this boy. Like I was like, I mean, all the shit talk I say about him, like this guy loved her, and I just felt really bad. Like,
Yeah, I felt awful for the guy. But I mean, I would have so loved to see him do that walk of shame because it would have been a hot mess and would have been great reality television.
fantastic. That's what we need.
That's what
That's
this
what
finale
we,
needed.
or you know
And we
what we need?
didn't get
We needed
it.
them to let him stay in the Dominican fucking Republic. That's what we needed. 'Cause did you
Yeah.
see? They just made him leave. Like,
Like,
see you later. Like, I would have loved him to crash Josh and Andy's moment.
oh my God, that would have been the greatest thing ever. But that's too much. That's too much to ask
And
for.
did you notice, like, the weather in Mexico just happens to know that something bad happened? Like, it's like,
But-
we're done. Boom, downpour. Like, have rain machines.
great editing and great use of rain machine, everything.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just amazing how the weatherman knew. Like, it was almost like they timed it. They're like, okay, Andy, like, weatherman's calling for rain.
So we need you to be here at this point in time and talk really slow and
You
say
need to be
this
out of there.
moment.
Like, we'll keep you posted. We'll watch the clouds. Earpiece in.
When
And
we
then
cough, run.
just get up and go. So yeah. So then and then it's the stupid. Oh, God, I'm so tired of the balcony. Fuck. Oh, Jason Mesnick has killed me. Like he's the first one that did the over the balcony. Like, and
Yeah,
now that's just
that's
everybody.
everyone does that. Yeah, it's
I
gag.
can't gag me with a spoon. Can't do it. Can't do it. But yeah. So poor guy gets like sent home very fast. So I was like, oh, that's kind of harsh. Like, just can you not like, give him a night? Like, let him collect himself and
Yeah, like, sorry, you've just wasted all this time in your life. Now get out of here.
if we just broke your heart, now go be a hot mess on an airplane for everyone to watch you.
Exactly. It's just awful. Because
Yeah.
ABC didn't give him like his own like private plane black or anything. He's
Of course.
flying coach.
Oh yeah.
He's probably sitting in between two screaming kids and some old person like leaning
Oh,
up against
dude,
him.
my shit.
Like,
You understand what I would be taken off by air marshals. Like, if you put me on a plane, brokenhearted, and then sat me between like two screaming children and someone kicking the back of my chair, and the person in front of me reclining, so I have no space to be sad, I would lose my mind and I would go crazy and I would be in jail right now. Kudos to Nick for not being in jail right now.
kudos to him.
Kudos to Nick. That would be a hot mess of a plane ride for me.
But
It
yeah,
would,
that would be an awful plane ride. But that's what happened. He probably even barely got peanuts.
I was hungry too. Oh Jesus! Like the Snickers commercial that they have where like they become different people when they're hungry.
Yeah,
That is me.
that is you.
That is me. Like I don't do well hungry or tired, so I was hungry and heartbroken and just having the shittiest plane ride of my life. You bet there'd be things going bad.
You do not want to see Dana in that state.
No, no, you really don't want to see me hungry. Like, I'm so
I will just be completely out of it.
I'm so bad
That's
when.
how I am when I'm hungry. I'm just completely out of it, like basically on my deathbed.
Oh, I'm cranky as all. I'm cranky as chips. Cranky as chips. Like at work, they know. Like they see me and they're like, "Can you go eat, please?" They know. I'll say something like, "Have you had breakfast?" No. Go, please. They don't care if they're busy or not. They're like, "Just go and eat."
Just
Like,
go eat, please.
take care of it. Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not good. So yeah. So then we go, and Josh gets ready, and Andy gets ready. What'd you think of Andy's dress?
I didn't like it, but everyone on
Well, how much
every
that
news
cost?
blog this morning has been just fawning over it.
Want to know how much that dress cost?
How much?
$1,000.
One,
One
hmm,
$1,000.
$1,000?
$1,000.
I can see that. Maybe they should have splurged a little more.
Is it made of gold? What do you mean you can see that?
Like,
Take the $1,000 and make a good date. Get a $200
exactly.
dress.
Please, like ABC was gonna do that. They had this moment like, oh, no, like ABC's
Hell,
gonna
they made Nick
splurge.
wear Markel's shirt.
You think that they were gonna give her a cheap dress? This is the one photo that even if like it's gonna be plastered on CNN probably played a snippet of this portion of the episode. Like this is the one section of the episode of any part of the season that's played everywhere. That's the one moment they're gonna make sure she's wearing something good.
Do you think this dress costs more than the premiere?
Oh, for sure. Because this one's seen by more people.
The premiere dress was like bedazzled and beblinged and I think they might be like
They might
very.
be pretty close, but I don't know. I think the finale dress probably costs
There was
more.
nothing on that dress though. It was just a plain white dress
But the collar and stuff,
but that wasn't even diamonds. It was just I don't even know what they were. I don't. It was a beautiful dress. I'm not gonna say it wasn't a beautiful dress.
they're usually pretty simple on the finale.
Did,
There on E Online there is a countdown of the all-time greatest finale dresses, and currently it ranks as number two.
who was number one?
Emily during
I
her
her dress.
it
That
was
pink,
during her time on The Bachelorette.
that
She
pink
was
thing
number
with the
one.
gold.
Yeah,
I
that
just saw
was
a picture of
that was
that.
number one.
That was not a pretty dress.
Yeah, I didn't think any of them. Courtney Robinson was like number five or six. So like whoever made that countdown was
I don't know. They're doing crack. I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
this is a beautiful dress. I'm not gonna say it wasn't pretty, but I just I don't know. $1,000. That's like
Yeah.
imagine what her wedding dress is gonna cost.
Well, ABC's paying for it all, so
I don't know. So yeah, so she picks Josh, and he puts this giant fucking ring on her finger. And they normally show you before, like he goes, like what ring he did, and like they didn't show any of
they
that
didn't
because
show that.
they're
Were
too
you,
busy with the Nick drama to.
I was so what do you think of them two together?
I love. I'm eating my words here. I'm so eating my words here, but I kind of like them a little bit.
Can everyone please go back and replay all the episodes from the season when Dana said she didn't like Josh and wasn't a Josh fan because she totally just became a Josh fan. So
No, I don't know if it's because her guard was up or what, but the minute she could be who she wanted to be, it changed for me.
please, she still had that poker face on during that proposal.
No, I'm not talking about the propose. I'm talking about after he proposed, and it was
She's
like, and they were like doing like their little interview after, like on the like not on the after the final rose, but like on the show, and like they were just like happy and giddy, and like like she can finally say like I don't know. There was just some that Josh and Andy I liked as opposed to the guarded Josh and
because
Andy.
they can be getting it on all the time without cameras around now.
Like it just I like that one. I don't know if it was because she couldn't say anything back to him. Like they couldn't be the couple that they should be. Like it just something felt missing from Josh and Andy before that isn't missing now. if you understand what I'm trying to say.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not a fan of them. So we'll leave
I
it
don't
with that.
I don't know. I'm not saying I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of them. I think they're very cute. I think they'll make beautiful babies.
Oh, well, sure, they're both good-looking people and they'll both make good-looking kids, but I don't know. That I don't if they make it that far. How
Well,
long do you think how long do you think they'll last?
I have a good feeling about this because here's the normally when they get in, they're like, oh, like I mean, they kind of say, we're going to enjoy being engaged for a little bit, but normally when they go like, oh, we're going to wait like a year before we start making plans. That to me is the red flag that something's never going to happen. But they're like, we're going to like a couple of months, like maybe in the spring get married, like if I can plan it, like so they have plans, like they have set plans where they know where they want this to go. Like I find when they're very open and ended about things, that's when things don't work out.
I don't know. I don't think they'll work out.
Like
They
Ashley and JP knew they're like, okay, we're gonna get married. Like they said it on the thingy, we're gonna get married. Josh and Catherine were the same thing. We're doing this. This is where we're going. We're gonna get married. Like people who are like, oh, we're just gonna enjoy being engaged for a year.
I think they'll be very much like what was it like Jillian, and they'll be together for maybe a couple years, but we'll never see marriage.
I don't know, because Josh wants to be married by spring. Like Josh is like, I want a wedding by spring. So
I'm just like, where
I
were our Kansas City
I am
people?
hopefully optimistic about this one. I don't know why. And like I find that girls have more like
Dana
when
has secretly been wearing a team Josh shirt each week underneath her clothes, and she's finally letting it all out here.
I think the girls have a better track record than the guys for picking people anyways. So I just
Oh well, yeah, they will stay together for at least a little bit. I mean, the only one who has a terrible track record is Emily, but
yeah. Yeah. Mm. But
you
yeah.
couldn't pick a man to save her life.
Yeah. So what did you think of like the whole Nick Andy?
It was awkward. It was greatness, and it is what we needed.
Yes.
It
Like when it
was
first started out, I was like, oh.
the moment, the moment whenever.
He said, you knew how I felt about you. Why did you sleep with me?
Sleep
I
with
was
me.
like,
I was like, thank you, Lord. Like, that is exactly what we needed. And then they cut to her, and she was, like, shocked. And, like, why would he say that? Like, what else? Like, no.
what did you think we thought you were doing in that suite? Like, obviously you weren't playing
Exactly.
chess. Come on. Like,
Like, we knew stuff was going down. And the bathing suite is, please, that's not the first time that anything went down with any of those guys.
no, but, like, come on. Like, we know. Like,
Like, that is a private matter, and and that's really below the belt that you brought that up. I was like, you just dated 25 guys at one time.
you just slept with two of them back to back. Like,
Like, what is
rolled into bed with one and hopped into bed with another one the same day. Like, come on. Let's
let's
be
get
real
real here. Like, that it's not below the belt.
You're not the Virgin Mary. You're not going to have the Christ child in 9 months. Like, let's just put that
Right.
in there.
She
Like,
is
come on.
not. No, like,
Ugh.
please. But like, I was really glad that he brought that up. I was
Yeah.
like, you go, Nick. Right there, you go.
Yeah.
Hashtag go, Nick, go.
Like, I feel bad. Like, the little, like, you know what I'm so glad they didn't make this guy do is watch it back. Like, you know how they normally are like, here, take a look at what happened to you.
Oh,
And
I
then,
would love that. That would have made the moment so much greater.
but the poor guy was so, I mean, like, when he walked on stage, I was like, oh, like,
But I mean, this was like a total like stolen storyline from like Maury Povich or Jerry Springer. Like I was just waiting for shit to go down. Like it was gonna get so good.
I felt so bad for him, though, and I was just like, oh, like, thank God they didn't, because they made Claire rewatch it last season. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, that's a pretty harsh thing to do, is like, and they didn't even let them rewatch their proposal. They normally let them want to rewatch their proposal,
Because
and they,
everyone else is sick of them two together already, just like me. That is why. We didn't need to see it back to back like that.
oh, we
It's
normally
too
do.
soon. Hashtag too
We
soon.
normally do. We normally do, is all I'm saying. So yeah, like there was a moment of greatness. Like I kind of perked up and I was like, what? What did he just say? What did he just
We were
say?
finally awakened from the slumber that this
I wasn't
episode
even
put us
looking at
in.
the TV when it happened. Like I literally was like, what did he just say? And had to go back because I tuned out. I was like, I have nothing to write here. I've got nothing to tweet. I got nothing to do. Like,
And then he finally saved the day and said this stuff, and I was just like, yes, thank you for making the end of this episode exciting.
and then she shot it down. I was like, oh,
Surprise.
yeah,
Built that wall up even higher.
yeah, yeah. So then, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Bachelor in Paradise.
We
The Bachelor in
didn't get
Paradise thing happened again. Like they did another preview for Bachelor in
we
Paradise.
didn't get who the Bachelor was gonna be.
We kind of did. Did you not see? Were you not really watching?
What did I miss? Because clearly I missed it.
Michelle Money was like, we really want to know who the next Bachelor is, and he's like, that will be named at a later date. And then he puts his hand on Chris and goes, right, Chris?
I clearly was tuned out on it, but I knew
Like, right?
the moment that Chris got
Chris
sent
went
home,
bright red.
like the moment that Chris got sent home, it was so obvious that he's going to be the next Bachelor. But like,
Mark my words, Chris Sewell's next Bachelor.
he will be the next Bachelor. There's no doubt in my mind. I
can,
wish it would be Nick though. Can you talk about how great of a season that would be? Like to spice it up after this,
he's so. Oh,
that would be so great though.
bad for him, I really do, but like I think there was a reason they didn't let him stick around in Dominican Republic for the afternoon. Like
There is a video somewhere on the internet that I cannot find of him going off on a rant on the phone with someone after he got sent home, and I cannot find it. But there's a video. Reality Steve has put it out there, and I cannot find it. And it's driving me insane because it's supposed to be really, really. Because he's supposed to say a bunch of juicy stuff.
I bet they took it down. As soon as he put it up, I bet the guy got pulled down.
I just want to see it to see like everything that happens because he's supposed to be like on fire. Like,
oh, wouldn't you be?
yeah, well, any person in their right mind would be.
Like, I don't know. So we get our previews for the next Bachelor because they're all. I mean, you know what's happening too because they're all sitting there. Like,
Right.
9/10 of the cast is sitting in the audience. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna get some more of this Bachelor in Paradise stuff going on. So we get that, and I guess we can kind of tell our news here that we'll be back
In this Bachelor in Paradise.
Bachelor in Paradise. Time to be determined. We think it might be 7:30, but we're still kind of talking. But yep,
Figuring all that out, but
Tuesday nights. It won't be in the afternoons. It'll be Tuesday nights. So everybody who works and has real jobs, can watch.
can watch and enjoy in the pure greatness that this is going to be.
It's gonna be so good. I'm just
Cannot wait.
previews better not let me down, or I am going to be a raging lunatic. You have no idea.
Like this is just like reality TV greatness that was created by God. Like this is everything that reality TV is supposed to be is going to be this show. And like how have we not had this before? Why did it take
Mind, I am waiting. Like I am just ready and willing to watch this go down.
I'm so excited.
I want to know who gets handcuffed. I want to know where the blood comes from. Like
I want to know who's sleeping with one of the camera people. Like there's gonna be so much drama. Hopefully.
The only thing I'm thinking of is I'm like they're like fan favorites of The Bachelor and Bachelorette. I'm like, you got a girl in there that was out night one. How is she a fan favorite?
I don't remember some of these people.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, some of them are so
Yeah.
like they either pull from like the really recent episodes or they go like way back. So you don't remember like who the hell is Drew? Like they made a big deal about
See,
him.
that's what I love though, because I feel like if I ever was put on a show, I would be that person that wouldn't get to play for a long, long time, and then finally I get that phone call 10 years later. Come on back.
Like I'm really shocked that oh god, what's her name? The one that always wears the tiara. She was on Bachelor Pad both seasons.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
She was on Lorenzo. I believe it was Lorenzo's season.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she's not there because they call her for everything. Like she's She's like that
She
big.
just
She's like the Big Brother player that just won't go back to real life. Like
she
that's
was on she was on Rachel's talk show not too long ago. She just read a book. What I can't think of her name.
like
She was
there
just on
are
Rachel's
reality
talk
stars
show.
that just refuse to go back to their real lives, and
There's only one person that was on Bachelor Pad, which I was very surprised about. This is new territory for everyone.
Michelle was on Bachelor Pad. Um, yeah, yeah, because like Stagliano's married now, I think, or engaged or something, so he's done. Um, yeah.
But I kind of want. There's some people that I wish would come back that I would like to see play. Not play. I keep saying play.
I'd like to see. I would have loved to see Ed on that island. Could you imagine? Because
I
he was
wanted to see Courtney Robertson on that island.
yes,
I want to see Vienna again. She is
yes.
great television.
Is she not still with Casey, Garden Protector
No,
Heart Casey?
they aren't together anymore. She's like a completely different person now.
Really?
Yeah, she lives like in the South. She could because to tie into my other blog to hold y'all over till this show starts. She was on the Kardashians last season. Scott went and visited her family, and she lives like in the sticks. Like she has long dark brown hair now. Like she's completely different from what she was.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I liked Vienna on Jake's season. Like I wanted Vienna to
Oh,
win.
I loved her on. She's that season. Well, like Sean and Catherine are my favorite, and that was like a great season. But Jake's season was total hot mess greatness.
Oh my god, yeah, that was ratchet.
Like it was totally VH1 Ratchet style. Like I can't even deal with it. How great it was.
Yeah.
And then whenever they broke up and they did that sit down in between the
Yes, that was
commercials.
TV
Oh my
brilliant.
god,
That's what
that
we.
was great.
That's what
That's
the.
what we needed in
Oh,
this season.
that needs to happen every
Exactly.
season. Like the
Yes.
oh, those guys just need to be like crazy. Like they just need to let it all out and
It was so great.
yeah.
Man, what the the days of the Bachelorette yesteryears were so much better than this season.
I'm waiting for just whatever the hell is gonna happen on this island just to happen and just to bask in the glory of it all. Like
I know, like it's gonna make up for like what a bore Andy was. I hope.
yeah. So I I'm just mad they didn't announce the new Bachelor. Like yes.
We know it's gonna be Chris, I think, but I just hope he's not boring. I'm really scared he's gonna be
Oh, he's
boring.
gonna be. He's gonna be.
Like, can you imagine if we go from Andy and then finally get
They gotta get like like I wish they should have like a Bachelorette All Star, like a Bachelor All Stars, where like you get Chris and then you get all the
yes,
ratchet chicks from every other season.
yes. They
Um,
need to let VH1 cast this season. Just let the VH1 casting producers take
Courtney
over.
and a Vienna and like oh my god, if they could get like Whitney from Bachelor Canada, oh Jesus Christ.
Like they just need some
Wow.
really wild
Yeah,
Tiara.
yeah, get Tiara, Tiara. Oh, we like Bachelor Canada had this girl Tiana that was just like she was like a tiara. Like it's brilliant, like brilliant TV. Like just get all these crazy bitches together. Give them
and, and
Chris, like
and give him to Chris. Yes, that is what
Chris
we
leads you to
need.
crazy.
That is what we need in our lives.
ABC, if you're watching this, here's a new show. Like, come on, let like and like find like the most ratchet bachelor that we've had too, and just put them all together.
Yes, yes. Like when we have a problem, when this whole last 10 weeks put us to sleep, things need to be adjusted here.
Oh, here.
Oh, do we got a comment?
No, yeah. Go to Reality Steve's website. He has it up there.
Oh, okay. I will check that out.
Thank you, D Teaches, ESL.
Those are really good, really juicy.
Yeah, so
Yes,
that's
thank you.
yeah.
Thank
Just
you, thank you.
get all the crazy ones. Get all the crazy ones, and let's just see what happens. Like they try to do this on. Like I think that's kind of what they do with the Bachelor Pad is they get all the like they got all the crazies.
And that's why Bachelor Pad is so much
But
more
it
exciting than the actual show.
Yeah, because they weren't fighting. Like there were too many guys for them to choose from. Like they weren't. They didn't have to fight so hard. Like for a guy. So like let's just give one guy 25 crazy bitches, and
Yeah.
let it go.
Someone that would be so great.
That's my show idea. ABC, feel free to contact me. Oh yes, I don't know, but then we bring out the couple for the first time.
And it was just like, oh, please gag me.
Gag me, but they're so cute together. I don't know. I like.
Okay, well, come this fall when
I
they post a picture of them sitting at the stadium in Kansas wearing their red and gold. I don't want to hear when you when you talk about how awful it is because they'll be there every Sunday in their
I
red and gold.
like that would be my stipulation point. I'm like, you know what? I will give you X amount of football games a year, but I'm not stopping my life for your brother. Like
Well,
that's
she clearly already has. Our fans in Kansas have let us down. I now find they've been together all this time in disguise. I want to know what kind of disguises they are, where they can go out.
they're both in Atlanta. They haven't. Who said she moved? Someone said she moved.
It was in the Times that she moved, that she quit her job and moved. It was in
Well,
the
she
LA
quit
Times.
on the show. So she packed up her office when she left, like when she left for the show. So she quit her
Right,
job.
but she just took a leave of absence,
I don't think you need to pack up
and
your
then
office to do that, do you?
it makes it more dramatic for the show for her to do that. That she's giving up everything to come
But
and do
you're
this.
saying how like they got to be able to go to each other's houses. They put on wigs and hats and probably some scarves. And like got to see each other. So I think they might have like a bit of a better chance because it wasn't so hard for them to be together. But I don't know. I'm hopeful and optimistic that these two, if they can get a wedding date hammered down in the next 6 months, then
I don't know. Would you want to watch their wedding on TV?
I'm a sucker for anything. So yeah,
I don't know if I could watch them for 2 hours
I don't know. I
getting married.
would do it just to see the dress. Like that's
Because if they get married, they will get married on TV.
of course they will.
But see, that's my issue with ABC is that anyone that gets married, they'll do put it on TV. That's why I liked it when it was more special. Like we got to see Tristan Ryan's, we got to see Jason's, but now we see them all, and I don't like that. Like JP and Ashley, I didn't.
That was all there was before JP and Ashley was just
Yeah, but I don't like JP and Ashley, so I didn't want to see their wedding. That took up 2 hours of the schedule that ABC could have.
Ashley, what is wrong with you?
I just was not a fan of them.
Oh,
I don't know. They just didn't do it for me.
You're crazy.
They were boring.
But like Sean and Catherine were like the first live wedding, so like we actually got to see.
Yeah, see, that was great.
I read just before we started here that Allie and Roberto hooked up at JP and Ashley's wedding.
Really?
Yeah, because they were there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, because I just went through like I just read this article about like the best bachelor proposals or whatever, and what happened afterwards, and she they hooked up for like a hot.
I like Allie. She was my favorite.
I didn't like Allie either. I thought
No, I liked her.
I didn't like her at all.
No, it makes you so proud that she's hosting E! News now. Like it makes my day.
Did you see oh my God, they played a clip on the Soup where they all three of the hosts or whatever like tried to say goal for like 30 seconds during the FIFA thing. It's like this is
Oh yeah.
this is what we're paying you for. Like, oh, this is so bad. Yeah. So, yeah, they hooked up for a little bit, but I don't know. I didn't like Allie. I didn't like when she like left Jake's season and then was like had regrets and then came back and wanted to get back on. I was like,
well, like she had to. Do you realize do you know what job she had when she left for Jake?
She worked for Facebook.
Do you realize that because of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, she had to give up that job and she lost out on that stock? She would be a multi-million.
Go to your job, but I
Yeah,
guess
but she
God
gave it all
said,
up for that. She could be a millionaire
God
right
said
now.
we don't want
But
you back. So then you went back to Jake. It was like, okay, I don't love you enough to stick it through, but
like
because
she gave up
back, I'm gonna go back to you. Like
like
that's
she gave up millions for
well,
Jake
she was
Pavelka.
stupid for
For
doing that.
Jake
That fucked
Pavelka.
up $1 million stocks to
Like
go on
look
the
at like I
Bachelorette.
could not sleep at night if I was her. Like
I
just
would
going home knowing that I could be a
I would
multimillionaire right
probably
now.
put up my ass and kick myself in the ass I would get Cody's fucking kick machine and every hour just kick myself 10 times.
Like
Rest of
just
my life.
knowing, just every time I would look at my bank account, I would be like, there could be so many more zeros on there.
Yes, and
Or
that's her own stupid fault for giving up a good job to go on The Bachelorette. And then regretting the fact that you gave up such a good job, leaving, and then saying Job says, no, 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 you gave us up. Bye-bye. See you later. And then,
because no matter what she does or how good or how long she's at E, she will never come close to the payday that she would have if
well,
she wouldn't have
no,
done
and then
any days.
so you give it up, and then
And she didn't even end up with anybody. Like
no,
that's the most terrible part.
freaking ABC is like, oh, come back some more. Like, you just, no, I did not like her. I just, there was just something about her I did not like.
She's like I like her. I think she's a
I wasn't
likable
a huge,
TV personality.
you're gonna hate me now too, but I wasn't a huge fan of Emily either.
Emily, I have a love-hate relationship with Emily. I liked Emily on The Bachelor, but then when we got on The Bachelorette and we had to move so that she could like have it at home with her kids, like that was too much. Like, who do you
Yeah.
think you are, honey?
Yeah. I mean, everybody else had their kids flown out, so could you not do that? Like,
Exactly. Like, I'm not uprooting my life for my kid. Like, no. Like, you're signing up to date 25 minute one time.
well, you did uproot your life because you did eventually end up going traveling. So really, you only really uproot your life for what, 2-3 weeks tops? Because
Yeah.
because you're only you're not even in there for full weeks. Like a full bachelor cycle is only 3 or 4 days. Like it's 3 dates in a row ceremony, and then you're off. So
Right.
like when you're in LA, like those 3 happen within probably 10 days of each other.
Yeah.
So what, giving up your life? Like you can't pull her out of school like she was 6. You can't pull her out of school for 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. And besides the fact, it's not like ABC couldn't have done something with schooling or
Yeah,
anything like that. But like,
pull it
what was she in kindergarten?
of one of their sitcoms and
Yeah, like they have a because that mansion is on a lot, probably, or like they do a lot of things on a lot. I'm guessing. Like
got tutors on lots. They can pull one out. Like they can take that tutor anywhere and say, here, go sit in the bachelor mansion for.
exactly. Like
You know what, the bachelor mansion I think is on lot, might be on lot, but I don't think because Emily doesn't stay in the bachelor mansion, right? So I think
right.
it's off lot, but it doesn't matter. Like you gotta go there for filming anyways. So drop your kid off for home for schooling. Like throw her in a class with some of the sitcom kids and call it a day.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's all terrible living conditions.
You gave up your life to go on The Bachelor, so you gave it up for 10 freaking weeks.
Right. Like, because no, I just can't.
Can't do her. I can't do her. So yeah, that is
That is The Bachelorette
that
season
is
10.
after season 10 after the final rose in the can, done. We'll see what happens. I'm hopeful. You're not.
No. Tweet us, hashtag #YRAlive, if you think they'll stay together or if you think they'll.
Yeah, exactly. Hit us up on Twitter. Tweet us here in the YouTube channel. We're around. At the bottom of Tyler's blog.
Let us know, because I doubt they'll be giving Kim and Chris a run for their 72 days, I think.
Oh my God! Well, Kim and Kanye are only at day 58, and it's on the cover of In Touch that they're.
Oh my God, if they, like, that would be my dream for them to break up.
Day 58. My husband noticed it, and I'm like, why do you care about Kim and Kanye? And he's like, she's making a joke out of her life, and I'm like, wow. For my husband to comment on Kim and Kanye, you know, there's something wrong. Like,
Kanye is such an
I didn't even know he knew Kim
unlikable.
and Kanye got married. Like that's how out to lunch he is about this kind of stuff. So.
Kanye's just such an unlikable person, and he's made her so unlikable to me because like she's very since she's gotten with him, the show is very different in her aspect. She's not on it as much. When she is, she's not as revealing as she once was. Like how I look at it as they got that show because of her having sex on camera. How much more can you let it out there? So once you let us in, you cannot close the door and make us go away. I don't agree with that.
You open Pandora's box. It's time to
It's
live with it.
like you can't close it once you've had your fill and you're tired of letting people in. Then you just need to stop the show. Don't kick us out. Like don't have the show and not let us all the way in. That's just my little rant. I've ranted a lot in this episode. Here, I need anger management.
I can't wait for your blog. Then you need to boy.
It's gonna be some fierce typing this afternoon.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that's it. That's it for that. I mean, I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed in reality TV and just this summer in general. Like,
Bachelorette, Big Brother.
Big Brother is a snore fest. I mean, the only thing keeping me going there is watching just how fucking creepy Caleb can be. Like, I just...
And even with that, if Amber goes this week, then that'll be over, so, you know.
Yeah, those girls, I don't know what is going on. Sidebar, Big Brother sidebar, I don't know what's going on with those girls. I'm just like
when will they wake up and realize
mental messages to Christine to round up the ones that are left, grab Donnie and run. Like just
I have not missed a first evictee as much as I've missed Joey since Big Brother 14 and wanted Jody back in the house. Like this house needs Joey to come back and shake some things up because
that's what I said. I was talking with Christine's husband a little bit, and because I kind of joke with him about because the whole big thing about like Christine like going after Cody or whatever, and so I was kind of talking to him about that a little bit, and so I was playing with him. I'm like, she was like in bed with somebody. I think it was Zach. She was in bed with Zach, like just laying there or whatever. And I was like, oh, look, she's with Zach now. And he's like, oh, I got to get my lawyer out. And then she was in bed with Frankie. And I'm like, look at this. And he's like it cost you a ton of money. It's like we kind of been joking around a little bit. And I was like, I bet you she wishes that she had kept Joey around because like her, Joey, Nicole probably could have like with like maybe like a Donnie and maybe if they'd been able to reel in Amber could have done something in this house. Like it's I don't know.
It's
I don't want Amber to stay, and I want Christine and Nicole to like reel her in and like and then find like a Donnie and a Haight. Like those five I think could probably be a little stronger than the detonators because they're going to implode like because no one likes Caleb and they just
he's such a piece of work.
Just
like there's no one worth like rooting for. Like I like Frankie and he's the one that I'm like pulling for to win, but I don't know if I want him to win. Like I don't know, like he's not done anything yet.
I mean, he hasn't done anything. He controls. They're like
I know, like he's like done the most. Like
Eric are like the Helen Amanda of this house. Like
I know, but I just don't feel like I've not seen great gameplay, which is what I like to see, and I've not seen great gameplay yet.
HOH is out of 5. Like, how is that?
I know, but I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like the HOHs are really easy to win this year. Do you not agree?
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been too hard, but it's because of stupid dual HOH. Like,
I know. So I mean, like
that, but
like we would never see a Nicole win an HOH in a typical season. Like we would never see that. She's not a competitor. We would never seen her be an HOH.
Well, these HOHs, I mean, they're the same comps that we see every season. So I don't know. It's just, I mean, it's because he got 2 chances, but I mean, he won an endurance. He won Derek threw a quiz. What was the other one he won? I don't remember.
What was
I don't remember the second one he won, what it was, but like I just.
Don't get me wrong. He's doing a good job.
5 HOHs, and nobody has really noticed he's won 3 out of 5 HOHs. Like,
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Like normally on a season, someone wins 2 HOHs and they're like, holy shit. Like, we got to get this guy out. He's a
Well,
competitor.
I think this
He has
week.
won 3 out of 5, and no one has put him on their radar as physical yet. Like, yeah, he's on the radar as social, and I think like all of his kind of lying and scheming is going to come back to bite him pretty quickly. But just, I don't know. Like, I love Frankie,
Oh, he's my favorite. He's the only one
but
I care to see.
like,
But
he's my entertainment. Like, what else do we have to watch?
that's what I'm saying. Like
So
if
he can't
if
go.
he ever goes,
Can't let him go.
good Lord, the feeds, the show will be boring.
I can't. I can't.
Like
They're already boring.
I know, like there's no one there.
Like
I
this was
miss.
like the first couple of days after the HOH win was probably the most exciting we've had because Zach went nuts.
Yeah, like
And oh,
there's.
by the way, we're gonna have Wednesday. Zach's mother and Zach's little brother Peyton are gonna be on Wednesday night show right after the episode airs. Yeah.
So check
And
that out.
I'll be on it too.
Woohoo!
It'll be me, John, and yeah, the Rances. Eric is not able to show up again, but
That'll be a fun time.
it'll be a fun time. I don't know what I'm going to say to these people. Anybody have questions for the Rances, tweet me or yeah, tweet me, please.
Yes, tweet her out.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
think yeah, that'll be way fun.
get to know the
Just
man.
this whole season.
Guys.
Which, by the way, people you all need to be tweeting up John, yeah, and tell him to go to Nordstrom today because in Seattle, downtown, that's where Joey is at. She's doing a meet and greet at Nordstrom.
What time?
She didn't put up a time, but she tweeted about it today that she was doing a meet and greet.
I'll text him.
Like, he needs to be hitting her up.
Yeah, I know, because he wanted to get his haircut by her. Like that was, I think John and Eric's plan was like they wanted to find her hair salon and like do like a little piece where he got his haircut by her, but I don't know what's going on with that.
Yes, come see me today at the YSL counter at downtown Nordstrom. At the downtown Nordstrom. So he needs to get there.
Yes, that's Yves Saint Laurent counter.
Yep.
Downtown.
Yes, tell him he can use my discount. Purchase a few things.
Oh, my phone's upstairs. Fuck. So, what time did she tweet that at?
She tweeted that out like right just before. Oh, 18 hours ago.
Because it's
Never mind. Scratch that out. 18 hours ago. She's probably not there anymore.
that's one hell of a long line.
Well, you know, she probably has like popular. Well, I don't know. She's got a lot of fans on Twitter. Like she's up to like 17.
That's a long meet and greet for anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Unless every single fan shows up on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a shame. We should have saw that.
Bachelorette is disappointing me. I don't know what else is left.
I know. I'm hoping something exciting happens in Big Brother once we get to Jerry.
Well, I thought maybe like it was just me bored
No.
from Big Brother because I just came off of Big Brother. Like I just came off of covering Big Brother, so I thought maybe I was just Big Brothered out. But I'm glad that I'm not the only one feeling this way.
No, like it's so like I didn't think I liked Big Brother 15, but like Big Brother Canada 1 was so good, and then we got Big Brother 15, which now I look at it as a fantastic season. Comparing it to Big Brother 16, Big Brother 15 was like phenomenal, and then we had such a good Big Brother Canada 2. Like Big Brother 16 is awful. It's such a snooze fest. Like who on earth told these people that they're allowed to like each other? Like they all, they all love each other.
But they don't. That's the thing. Like they love each other, and then they go into the beehive room and just talk smack. Like if you don't like someone, tell them. Like let's get some shit happening here. Like Christine don't like Donnie. Let's blow that up.
Yeah.
Donnie don't like Christine. Let's blow that up. Nobody likes Caleb. Can we not poke this bear and wake him up and just get him to go batshit crazy?
Like
you know what's in him. You know he's boiling the bunnies late at night.
Like after Thursday, we will be down to what will we be down to? 10.
10, and they're all going to be got the final 5. Mark my words. If Christine doesn't start smartening up and getting some of these girls to like do some shit, it's gonna be five guys. You're gonna have. They're probably gonna get rid of Caleb.
Caleb is gonna be in the jury. Like, do you
No,
realize that?
well, I think Caleb is gonna go probably next. I think they're gonna get him out next. But I think like it's gonna be like a Cody, Derek, Frankie, Zach, like Hayden. I think they might pull in Hayden.
I think
And
Cody is going to win it all.
Caleb just because they don't want to have to deal with him anymore. Like he's just too much drama and shit. Like once they get out, like if they get out Amber this week, like. But I don't know. I can't.
I think we'll get a Derek, Cody, final two. Cody will take it all. Well, depending on who the jury is. If there's any girls in the jury, Cody's going to take the girl votes. And then I don't know.
Yeah, he's got that, but there's not going to be that many girls in jury.
That's what I'm saying. Like as much as I hate to say it, we're going to get Jocasta, Victoria, they'll be in jury. So he's got two at least there.
Nicole will be in jury. I'm sure Nicole
will vote for her.
Because what Amber's going to go, and then rumors are
once Amber goes, I think I'll.
Rumors are this is going to be a double eviction week.
This week, will we?
Like the week coming up, like they're going to do like this is going to be the end of two HOHs. I think next week is going to be our.
It's good. That's what it needs to be.
I called it this week. I thought this week would have been the first week with one HOH, but I called it wrong. I think this week, like this HOH is going to be a single HOH competition. Now I'm wondering if they're going to throw it to Derek, so he can get pictures of his grandfather. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm hoping to God that doesn't happen, but it might. So we can prepare ourselves for another Derek HOH if that's the mentality going on. I haven't heard any mention of it, but I think this is going to be the first single HOH reign, and then I think at the end of next week, that's going to be
double eviction. With the second person being the first jury.
I don't even know if I don't know. It depends on how many jury
I would assume they're going to stick with 9.
You think they'll stick with 9? I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't
know if they would separate the two evictees because they're going to see each other after the show. And
they always start jury with a double eviction. They did it last year.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a double eviction. I think it's going to be 2 more girls that go home, and I don't know.
I don't know. Like, have you watched the exit interviews with Brittany yet?
I haven't watched anything. I didn't care. I haven't cared about any of these people leaving.
I like to see what their post-game play. The only one I haven't watched is Devin, just because #Devin has a daughter. I can't stand to see. And he's got 12,000 followers on Twitter, so we need to address that.
It might be one.
You follow him on Twitter?
I followed a lot of them I followed them pre-season. Like when I did the blog for the Twitter handles, I basically just followed everybody.
Okay, she follows Devin on Twitter, and she's wearing a Team Josh shirt.
I don't care about. I don't like Devin.
Wherever Dana is, we need to. Dana is clearly missing, and we need to.
I've never tweeted Devin. Oh wait, maybe I have.
Oh. Someone find the real Dana, please. Someone. Whoever is in Canada, find where the real Dana is, and because we have an imposter this week, clearly, on this finale event.
This is vacation, Dana. What can I say? Dana's on vacation this week from work. This is what you get. You get hair up. Yeah, it's the hair up thing.
Let it down. Let it down.
First show I've done with my hair up. That's what happened. It's curly and it's up, so we have.
It's not letting the blood go to your head. Clearly, something's throwing you off today.
My nails. I got nail polish fumes. That's. Sorry. There's so many factors going on here. Yeah. No. I don't know. I don't like Devin. I've never liked Devin. I was brutal to Devin in my blogs.
He tweeted a picture today of him because I creeped him on Twitter. I will creep him on Twitter. I won't follow him, but I will creep him on Twitter.
Well, that's
it's not just as bad. I creep on Pablo on Twitter. I wasn't
Why?
a fan. Just to see like what's going on in life, gotta
You
gotta know
actually
what's going on.
minutes out of your day to see what's going on in Juan Pablo's life?
Hey, I dedicated 10 weeks of my life to that show. I gotta.
You dedicated. I freaking blogged that thing. Blog.
Well, do you follow him on Twitter? I picture you following him on Twitter.
I unfollowed. I followed him while the season was going on, but as soon as the season was over, I unfollowed him.
But she's still following Devin, so.
I'm lazy.
No. But he tweeted a picture of this is the first time being away from my daughter since leaving the Big Brother house. It's such a sad moment. I'm like, yeah, that whole dad of the year, the whole what? How long's he been gone? 2 weeks from the Big Brother house? 2 weeks with your kid? That's a good
Well, you
thing.
know what? He's drawing on the public sympathy now because he's kind of let out the the addiction he had to like anti-anxiety medications or whatever. So like you know how he had like that tattoo under his arm that they would either blur or he was always wearing a bandage
Yeah.
because he had a copyright tattoo on his arm that they couldn't show. So he kind of he took a picture of the tattoo and posted it on Twitter and explained what it was and why it was. And so he's gotten like this huge that's why he's got so many followers right now because he put out his addict sob story and now anybody who has ever been addicted to anything in their life is like, "Oh my god, you're so great."
Please. Sympathy, people, wake up.
Yeah. And I'm like, "You're addicted to Xanax." Like, really?
Anytime I hear Xanax, I think of Ramona Singer.
Take a Xanax, yeah. No, like yeah, so like that's all that was. I'm like, it's not like he overcame like heroin or like
Yeah.
give me a drug that's hardcore. Like don't tell me it's like telling me you're addicted to Tylenol. Like come on,
I'm addicted to Flintstones vitamins.
are you really?
No,
No, you're
I
addicted to
was making a joke. I was making-
you're addicted to Pop Tarts.
That I am.
That is
Me
your
and
addiction.
Donnie. Me and Donnie.
No, you're addicted to Pop Tarts. I have to get you a 12-step program for that. I will find one for you. Don't you
I'm
worry.
sure there probably is one somewhere in this
Or you
country.
become a 500-pound Pop Tart addict that can't leave their house and end up on my 600-pound life.
Oh no, I won't do that. I
I
would
will
never do that. That would scare me.
That terrifies me to no end.
Oh my gosh, that would freak me out. Because what if I like no, stop, no, you're gonna give me
I
nightmares.
can't watch that show. Like I watched it and I like turned to my husband and I'm like, if you see me gain 10 more pounds, just give me
Could you
gastric.
imagine if we had smell-o-vision? Can you imagine
No.
what that smells like? Like, oh, it's making me sick to my stomach just thinking about it. I can't.
Oh,
Like, just to like imagine that.
I can't. I'm
No.
just terrified. It so terrifies me. And I'm like, you know what? I get people have problems, and the shit happens. But when you're given an opportunity to fix it, fix it. Like you're given these doctors, you're like fix your shit. Like that's all.
Shit happens, but not 500 pounds of it. Maybe like 100. I will give you 100 leeway, but like 500, 600, however much,
You never
like
know.
that's a lot.
You never know people's circumstances in life. I'll give you that. Like you never know. Maybe somebody had like a horrible accident and was like in bed for a long time. Like that shit can happen, you know. But when you're given the opportunity to fix your shit, fix your shit. Like if you're giving
Right.
a free opportunity with like the best doctor in America and the guy is cutting you out of your fucking house to help you. Fix,
Check your life. Check your life.
fix your shit. That's all I have to say. Like when you got someone who is willing to cut you out of your home and
Hashtag fix your shit.
fix your shit. That's all I can say. I don't care how you got there. I totally respect for how you got there, but when you're given the opportunity, and when that's the thing. When you're given an opportunity, I get the people who are like that who don't have the opportunity, like don't have the money, don't have the means to fix their shit, can't fix their shit. I get that. But when
I
you're,
wish we were playing a drinking game right now.
I just hashtag. That's what this show should be called. Hashtag fix your shit. Just fix your shit. Like, I mean, I'm not the skinniest person. I'm not judging anybody for being fat because I am fat myself. I totally get being fat, but fix it. I won't say. That's all. Where did this come from? Where did this go? We're sorry.
When this show is edited, we need to like do a counter of how many times we said fix your
I
shit.
ain't editing this. No, who edits this show? This show just goes
Uh,
right up on the website.
we need to edit it and add a little ticker, and it goes up every time we say that.
You like the picture shit quicker, ticker take. No. He's gonna be like, "How did you lose control?" That's all that's gonna be. That's how that conversation's gonna go. How did you lose control of your own show,
Power
Dana?
of the bun.
Power. It's
Power of
vacation.
the bun.
Vacation Dana has no control over anything. I'm hot. I'm wearing way too many clothes. So it was really cold here this morning, and then my husband was like, "We gotta go to the library." So I put on like, look, I got sleeves on, like full
I got
sleeves.
sleeves on too.
Well, I don't have air conditioning in my house. I'm poor, so I'm
I
wearing
would die.
jeans, like fucking full out jeans. I can't even lift my leg. I'm so fat. And like sleeves, and I have like a shirt on under this shirt. Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm like sweating just thinking about having that many layers on.
Oh, it's just a tank top. It's not like it's not like I've got a full shirt on under this shirt. I'm good.
Like, I would be sweating.
Well, I can't wear. I still have my freaking issue here, so I can't really wear anything.
Still got all that. Hashtag fix your shit.
I'm trying to fix. My shit won't go away. I did everything I could to fix my own shit. Okay, I went to the doctor. I took the drugs. Now the shit just has to go away on its own. That's all.
Takes
Like,
time.
it does. You know, shingles. Hashtag shingles suck. That's all you gotta say there. I can't help it. So I'm doing you all a favor by wearing clothes. Honestly, I could wear a tank top here, and you could be seeing things you don't want to see. This outfit is a favor to all of you. Thank you. You're welcome. That's all I have to say. Yeah, so I guess for the rest of my life in sleeves, I'm pretty convinced. So.
the rest of your lives.
Yeah. And you know what? You never hashtag JJY and follow Dana.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot that. Hashtag. That's so happening today.
I was so waiting for it because I was like, oh my god, that'd be the funniest thing ever.
What's his Twitter handle?
Do
you have it memorized?
I can.
At JJ O'Brien?
I think so.
How you spell hope? Wait, no, that's not it.
Hold on. I think it's
We're tweeting this right now.
I think it's Mr. JJ O'Brien.
Yep. Hashtag why unfollow Dana.
She loves your pants. She loves you.
I'm gonna die.
Did you tag me in it so that at least I see it?
Yes, I'm tagging you in this.
You're awful. At least we rounded it back to Bachelorette.
Exactly. Comes full circle.
Yeah. I've also been kind of tweeting around with Patrick. If you can remember who Patrick is.
Patrick.
Patrick, yeah. Because he was like,
that.
he tweeted out, like, he's like, oh, people want me to tweet with Charlene. And, I mean,
the, like, opera singer.
No.
Oh.
Patrick, no, Brad was the opera singer. Patrick was, I think he left.
I'm Googling.
I think he got sent home in France. But, I don't know, people were saying how they wanted him or her to tweet together. And I was like, you two can do anything in life together because you are gorgeous.
Hello, comb over. Why do I not remember this comb over?
And she is beautiful. I'm like, you two can do anything in life together, and it will be amazing. That's all there is to it.
I don't remember this guy.
Because he didn't get much airtime. He got no one. He was sent home before a one-on-one. Like, he got no airtime.
Like, yeah, I don't remember this guy.
Yeah, he is cute.
He's got one heck of a comb over.
I must say, Dylan's hair is looking mighty better now.
Did you see it?
I can't believe you tagged my hair live on it too. Oh my god. No, yeah. So I'm like totally like a Patrick Charlene thing now. They need to get together and make beautiful babies.
I would like that. I would be okay with that. I would like for the alumni to get together.
A lot of them do. You just don't really hear about it, like because they always do events together and stuff like that. So a lot of them, like, there's a lot of inbreeding in the Bachelor.
Lots of incest going on in the Bachelor family.
A lot of incense going on in the Bachelor family, but it's all good. Did did we reveal last week that Marcus is engaged?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So that kind of dampens the like why they would release that information
That's what I'm saying. Like they're not being tight-lipped about it at all.
before, yeah.
So like, spoiler alert, we know what happens in Bachelor in Paradise with
Yeah,
one.
so like, I'm trying to figure out like how this works. Like I know they're saying, like people come in weekly and like people leave weekly. Like so is it like kind of like I'll send you a rose and if you I don't get one back kind of like you're gone? Like I don't.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how it all plays out because like I've read that that like a guy will get like three girls or a girl will get three guys and then like new people will come in and it seems very confusing. So I'm hoping that it's not as confusing to follow once the show starts.
Yeah, because I don't think I can take like I'm already trying to like wrap my brain around HOHs and Big Brother.
I know, like,
I can't like I'm gonna have to draw a graph if I like a chart for this one if I
oh, I
have.
know, like they don't take into account people that like work as much as you and I do, and like I can't see everything like all at one time. Like Big Brother, I have to watch in
For
spurts.
this? Oh my God, ABC live
Yes, yes, this is what we need. Like this is the kind of stuff that we need. We
shit.
need to start the Tyler and Dana network
We need
because
live feeds on this show. Could you just imagine or live feeds in the mansion?
live
Never.
feeds. I don't see. I don't. I live feeds in the Bachelor, the Bachelorette. I don't think live feeds would be good. The Bachelor live feeds would be so good, so good.
Freaking 20 women just catfighting it out
Could you
and
imagine on a Friday night, like late at night, because you know they get alcohol. Like, can you imagine
after
the
massive
shit that goes
cocktail
down?
parties. Oh my God, could you just
I know. Like, it's gotta be so good. There's no telling what
imagine
goes
like every
down.
time they watch Crazy Claire come in from a date, like the shit that would go down?
Or Tiara.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
live feeds. That's what the Bachelor needs. Live feeds.
It needs to be done in real time.
Yes. Real time with live feeds in that mansion.
I would even just take real time. Could you imagine a Bachelor in real time?
We would be having episodes it'd be like every 3 days though. I don't know if I want that much Bachelor in my life.
I don't think I could do 25 people. I think we would have to do it like 10.
No, no, because this is only that would be a way to. It would be no, because they still cut. They still cut, right? Like they would have to make it a longer. It would have to be like a weekly episode with like a weekly episode with live feeds.
I don't know. I could do if we did 12 suitors and a Bachelorette live. You could easily make that last 10 weeks. Yes, that's so what needs to
Only one person
happen.
would go home every week though, and that wouldn't be fun.
That would be so fun because then she'd be stuck with them all.
I know, but if you give them more, you're still stuck with the same amount of people, and you're watching like way more hurt. The more girls you get together, the better shit show it's gonna be. Come on,
Well,
like.
that's true. That is true. That's why the Bad Girls Club was invented.
We are coming up with so many show ideas for ABC. Why are they not watching us? I
Who
am gonna have
knows?
to tweet them this show.
Exactly. Any network, ABC, NBC, CBS, you know.
Where's ET when you need them?
Right.
Entertainment Tonight. But yeah, no. So I think we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, we're going on 2 hours. We should
Yeah.
probably.
Oh my God. Okay, so yes, that was it. We will be back next week. Stay tuned. Follow me, follow Tyler, follow at Reality Recaps for show times. We're thinking 7:30 It could change. We don't know, but I think right now we are pretty hard locked at 7:30. So that is when we will be back next week for Bachelor in Paradise. We are going to have so much fun. We better have so much fun. We're
It's gonna be so fun.
bitter. So follow me on Twitter at dgoodyear1975. I'm blogging Big Brother. I am blogging Tar Canada. And yeah, so yourreallyrecaps.com/bb16 for all of our bb16 content. And where can they find you and what are you doing?
Blogging the Kardashians and blogging the Bachelorette. You can read the finale of Bachelorette, and I guess I'll be blogging Bachelor in Paradise as well, so you can check that out.
Right
And
there.
you can follow me on Twitter at Tyler_Hayes.
All right. Bye, everybody. See you next week.